I was thinking to myself about fandoms the other day because I made a video about the DC fans being crazy people, that Zack Snyder's universe is dead and that we're rocking with James Gunn's version. Some Snyder fan left the beautiful comment, you see, you stupid idiot. Snyder fans are mad because we don't want gay Superman. Hey, if that guy's gay, I'm gay, all right? But I was thinking about it, and I got this list of some big franchises / like film genres, and I'm ranking the fandoms today on how kind of like, mature, tolerable, logical they are. So let's get into it. First up, we got Harry Potter. Everybody loves this guy. Harry Potter, he's a good kid. The Harry Potter fans, dude, they're in a weird point because like the actual franchise itself has been done for quite a while, and Fantastic Beasts never really panned out that well, but Harry Potter fans can admit that. Harry Potter fans are the first ones to say, the first Fantastic Beast, not that bad. It's not bad at all. But they also admit that the second one's not as good, dude. Not as good. They have some strong points in Fantastic Beasts 2 and 3 for sure, like Mads Mikkelsen, like Jude Law, they're really good. But then they also have Ezra Miller. But still, I will give them this for a franchise that's like pretty much like 10 years over, like the base Harry Potter franchise. They are maintaining really strong in their fandom, in how much they love this property, and I give them a lot of credit for that. They have 8 pretty fantastic movies, if I do say so myself, and they're holding on to that, and I'm happy for them. They do have the next franchise, like the reboot franchise, to prove themselves. I think that could bring out a lot of toxic Harry Potter fans, a lot of people who, show their true colors, especially seeing how they deal with the reboot, good or bad, but also it could add to how much I like this fandom. Maybe they handle it really well, even if it's bad, even if it's good, we'll see. I'm gonna put Harry Potter fans in the S tier. Fandom, that's a good fandom. I think that's about as good and, passionate but logical as you can get. From there, we have Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans, not as good as Harry Potter fans, I will say, and I have to preface all of these fandoms, this is purely on the fandom alone, not on the properties themselves, right? So I'm not saying Harry Potter's better than everything else on this list. I'm just saying the pure fans. It's nothing against Star Wars or anything like that. It's just, the fans. Star Wars fans, I will say, I think are becoming more and more delusional that the prequels are like amazing, because don't get me wrong, guys, the sequel series, not great, dude, not great. But, and maybe I'm just like, maybe this is my hot take, I think episode 7 is better than episode 1 and 2. And like maybe 3, probably not 3. Okay, I'll take that one back. But even then, the prequels are not fantastic, and I feel like Star Wars fans are getting to a point now where they're just so nostalgic because they were kids growing up with that they're so passionate about their prequels. And oh no, you don't get it, General Grievous is peak, and freaking episode 3 is the best one. It's not, guys. It's not the best one. I mean, maybe that's your opinion, but like, guys, wrong opinion, am I right? Star Wars fans still, they're not like too toxic. I think that you do have like a sect of Star Wars fans that are like unnecessarily hating on the sequel series for like, Rey's woman and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say that's like the majority of the fandom, and still, the sequel series deserves some of the teasing and the hate that it gets because it's not fantastic. Star Wars fans, I will put in B. I think they're fine. There's room for improvement for sure, but at the end of the day, they're harmless. And then we have Marvel fans. Marvel fans, I think, are actually pretty solid. I like Marvel fans because Marvel fans, they're not, I feel like Marvel is very concerned with just the Marvel fans. There are some franchises later on that are like more concerned with like other people too. We got to kick them to boost ourselves up. Marvel, obviously, it's no secret, they have not been in a great point franchise-wise, but again, the Marvel fans can admit that. The Marvel fans can say, holy crap, dude, the last 10 movies were kind of butts, dude. Even the most die-hard Marvel fans. So Marvel fans, I don't have any quarrels with them. I don't think they're as good as Harry Potter fans. I'm going to put them in A tier. I think that's good for Marvel fans. Up next, we have A24. A24, our first franchise itself, but it is kind of its own, mini franchise in the sect of you have like this group of fans that are so passionate about A24. And if we're just talking like quality of movies, A24 has some of the best on this list, comparing it to all the other franchises that I'm talking about. But here's where we get to the fans. Here's where we get to the thing that kind of bugs me about A24 fans. You have people that are like, oh, A24, it's an A24. I made a whole video talking about it. How A24 fans don't even know why they like A24, except that it gives this impression of like indie filmmaking that they can get behind and like, ah, yes, I'm a film bro. You simpleton Marvel fans with your 1 IQ, why don't you go back to daycare? Play in the freaking sand pit while you eat your boogers. I'm an A24 fan. Oh. Which now A24 in like the indie realm is like one of the more mainstream, you know, publishers. So it's kind of even lost that appeal. But even then, A24 makes some phenomenal movies. Just judging the fans, A24 fans sometimes bug me, dude. Maybe just me too. I'm gonna put them in C tier. Maybe that's just me. It's personal preference, but that's where I'm putting them. Up next, I have Jack Torrance from The Shining, but he really represents the horror fans. And guys, oh man, I love the horror fans. Let me tell you that. The horror fans are like some of the most chill people, and the reason it's the only like genre here itself, I don't have like an action one, the horror fans feel united. It feels like a good community of film people to be involved, right? If I'm talking to someone about movies, I'm not going, oh, do you like action movies? Do you like, you know, this kind of movie? I go, oh, well, do you like horror? Do you watch horror? And that opens up so much more. I have this camaraderie with this person instantly. Horror fans are fantastic. They're chill people, and you know, they're not toxic. I think they're great. I'm gonna put the horror fans in the S tier, up with that kid Harry Potter. Up next, I got Disney fans. Disney fans, I think, are relatively harmless. And again, we're not talking about Disney the company or like, you know, the Disney adults. This is strictly a film thing. I think Disney fans are harmless. I think they keep to themselves. There are some delusional Disney fans, sure. There are some people that get a little too invested in the company, that get a little too crazy about it to where they make it like their whole lives. Not even like the theme parks aside, but just the movies in general. Like everything has to be about this because the movies do play into, you know, the merch and the theme parks and everything else like that. It's such a different beast than every other thing on this franchise. I'm gonna put the Disney fans in B tier. I know Disney, Star Wars, same thing technically, but like not really. Up next, I have Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings fans, I think, are what the A24 fans think they are. That's right. They're the sophisticated ones. Lord of the Rings fans are the ones saying, A24, go back to your boogers in your sandbox. Why don't you go eat Play-Doh and shove Play-Doh up your nose? Why am I saying this? The whole idea of shoving Play-Doh up your nose, I never did that. I swear, I didn't do that. I didn't do it. Lord of the Rings fans, I think they're pretty dang good. I think they're pretty nice guys. They're educated, smart people, at least like me, because I am a Lord of the Rings fan. So obviously they have to go in S tier because, you know, I am a Lord of the Rings fan. Very smart, intellectual people. Up next, I have DreamWorks. DreamWorks fans, dude, they're feasting, dude. DreamWorks has been on a pretty good roll lately. Sure, they make, you know, a stinker every once in a while, but the DreamWorks fans accept that. They're not too crazy about their fandoms, too. You have the die-hard Kung Fu Panda fans, How to Train Your Dragon fans, Shrek fans, things like that. But they're not that bad, dude. They're passionate, but they're chill. They're chill about it. I'm gonna put the DreamWorks fans in A tier. Last up, of course, we got the Snyder fans. The Snyder fans, dude. Oh man, dude, they are crazy. Snyder fans, goodness gracious. They're just so insane. I don't understand why they're so passionate about this. Like, genuinely, I don't get it. The films aren't that good. There are some good movies there. I like Man of Steel. Wonder Woman's fine. Aquaman's fine. But like, guys, this is not the hill to die on. You know what I'm saying? I just made a whole other video on my other channel talking about Snyder fans, so you can check that out for like my whole entire situation. I hate that they're just trying to tank James Gunn's universe because they're so salty that Zack Snyder left and he was forced out. Oh, and Henry Cavill's not coming back. Guys, I'm sad about Henry Cavill. It's sad. It's the situation we have, though. We have to move on, guys. We gotta move on. Dude, that's just life, dude. You can't get so held up on this. The way you're spamming James Gunn's comments, dude, get out of here. Dude, get out of here. Snyder fans, I'm putting, there's worse fandoms out there, but like, they're bad, dude. I'm putting them like towards the bottom. You know what? F it, dude. I'm putting them in F. Someone's gotta be an F, and it's the Snyder fans. That's my video. I'm gonna do a TV fandom coming up soon, so that's pretty cool. Also, if I missed like a lot of film franchises, comment below which ones, and maybe I'll make a part 2. Update the list. That's the video though. Thanks so much for watching. Hit subscribe and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.